It was the 17th of April, 2008. A family of four were asleep in the early hours of that day. The family's eldest son, especially so. After all, he had just finished a 15-hour shift at the local bottling factory. Perhaps he sensed something was terribly amiss, as he awoke before the sun had shown itself, and in the corner of his room he saw something. The unmistakable silhouette of a monster. The boy was frozen stiff, terrified of what lurked in the shadows, and what it might do to him. So he sat still for hours, hoping that when the sun eventually rose, it would vanquish this demon. But this creature was not afraid of the light, for it was not a creature at all, rather a statuette of a tall rabbit, constructed of chocolate. I know that story well, for I was that scared boy, petrified by the supposed monster that lurked in the shadows.
Of course, there was never a monster, only a colourful chocolate treat. And so the question remains, how and why did it get there? Most people would think the answer would trace back to a simple holiday. Most would be wrong. My name is Daniel O'Grady, and welcome to the true origin of Easter Uncovered. In truth, my investigation began a decade ago, when my parents told me the supposed truth of Easter, claiming that,
of course we're all along. There is no Santa Claus, no Tooth Fairy, and there is certainly no Easter Bunny.
I was shocked, but not because my grasp on reality had been so utterly shaken. No, because I knew they were so clearly lying. My father had an allergy to chocolate, so he couldn't possibly have left the rabbit there. Once I'd seen his hand swell up simply from touching a chocolate wrapper, so it couldn't have been him. My parents were hiding something. I just didn't know what. So I started asking questions. I interviewed various sources and chillingly found the same answer time and time again.
I used to believe in the Easter Bunny, but then my parents told me it was them. Actually makes a lot of sense when I think about it now.
Clearly I wasn't the only one plagued by the malevolence of this rabbit, so I dug deeper, tracing its history back to 1700s Germany. Unfortunately, I didn't find much. Apparently the people of 1711 didn't keep great record of their history, and what they did keep had been severely decontextualized with time. I'd met a roadblock, but I wasn't done yet. I reached out to various sources, anyone I thought could possibly have any information I needed. And of course, if anyone knew anything about chocolate, it was Cadbury, a seemingly normal British chocolate company, founded in 1824, or so I thought. But they stonewalled me, and I had no means of getting further in touch. My investigation was over.
Until now. Hello? Jesus Christ. For sure, Sunday works great. After 10 years, I finally had a lead. Mary had contacted me via WhatsApp. Apparently, she had heard of my previous investigations into this mystery and thought I could help. Over the course of 7 conversations, I learned that Mary had similarly been intrigued by the nature of Easter and had taken to investigating it herself, going so far as to be employed by the company behind the entire operation.
From within, she discovered that for decades, this company had been forcing families across the globe to hide Easter eggs throughout their homes, and using their operatives such as Mary to enforce this.
How she was able to get that far when I had failed remains a mystery, but what matters is what happens now.
Essentially, we act as private investigators. Sometimes the family would willingly do what we say, other times they would need a bit more pressure. So we dig up some dirt and blackmail them.
And if that didn't work?
Things would get, let's just say, messy. But the job would always get done. It always did.
Our conversations continued over the course of that week, but the more I learned, the more lost I felt. How was I supposed to learn more about this mysterious company? I continued to press for more information, but soon I was met with only silence. I had no name for this mysterious company. Mary refused to elaborate further, and I was right back where I started. Or was I?
A phone left behind. A message? A simple mistake? Or perhaps a key to help unravel the mysteries remaining. And sure enough, within her gallery was someone who didn't fit. Using the latest reverse image search technology, I have tracked my target to this house.
But he's just sitting there. Lord knows what kind of messed up stuff he's done.
Let's go meet him.
Hello, mate. How are we?
Not so bad. What about you?
Good. Just hanging around?
Yep, just enjoying a coldie, mate.
Right on. Good to just hang back sometimes.
Yeah, mate. And who are you?
Cut the bollocks, Ollie. I know what you've been up to. Blackmailing, kidnapping, adultery, thinly veiled threats, thickly veiled threats, etc. Other stuff, probably.
What the hell are you talking about?
How do you know her?
That's Maria. That's my grandmother. She was here last week.
Grandmother? Jesus Christ. You really don't know anything about any of this?
I don't know what Maria's up to. None of my business.
It's Mary, but whatever. Thank you for your time, and happy Easter.
What are you on about? Easter was 3 weeks ago.
Maybe I was barking up the wrong tree. Maybe this is all just a fool's errand. For all I know, Mary's just some junkie who wanted to appear on TV. Maybe not everything has to be a conspiracy. Maybe some things just are.
No. I refuse to believe my life is anything less than extraordinary. The world is a lie.
And I'm the only one that can unveil the truth.
The earth is flat. Politicians are lizards. And Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. The truth is out there. And I'm the only one that can uncover it. That's my purpose. Even if I don't like what I find, it's time the world knew the true origin of Easter. By all known accounts, Jonathan Cade was an ordinary man. He went to church on Saturdays, spent time with various friends and family, and was a good member of his community. He was perfectly plain, an everyman, until he wasn't. It all changed on one fateful Friday, when Jonathan Cade was not seen anywhere by anyone. In his house, there was nothing to signal his disappearance. No letter, no signs of kidnapping. He was simply gone. Until he wasn't. Jonathan Cade was discovered in the early hours of Sunday morning. He had broken into a neighbor's house, covered in a brown liquid. Jonathan was different now. His former calm demeanor had been completely shattered, and replaced with that of a raving lunatic. He shrieked about a feathered serpent god, one who granted him both wisdom and its eggs. And sure enough, chocolate eggs were found hidden throughout the house. When asked, Jonathan stated,
Quetzalcoatl granted me her eggs, chocolate eggs of the gods, her gift to me, and my gift to you.
Jonathan Cade was promptly hung, mere hours after his confession, and the town sighed in relief that his madness had been short-lived. However, exactly 1 year after he had been found in his neighbor's home, chocolate eggs were once again discovered around the village.
an accursed tradition that would continue for years to come. Jonathan was succeeded by his daughter, Maria Cade Berry, who is quoted claiming that this was her father's curse, the price for rejecting his gift. Cade Berry. Cadbury. A seemingly normal British chocolate company, or so I thought.
That's my grandmother.
It's Mary. Hello? No. No, I didn't find anything else. Yeah.
Maybe some questions are better left unanswered.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to smash that like button and absolutely decimate the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And while you're at it, why not check out some of my more hella sick videos.